I'm Matt Graham.
And I'm Sarah Banker.
As you probably know, since you guys have been following us for quite some time, we just wrapped up a couple days ago on the Pacific Crest Trail, and just want to give kind of some closing statements on how things went for us. And do you want to start off? Or?
Well, it was an incredible experience, I believe, for the both of us, especially you. But from my end, it was something that I will never forget in that. And I am just completely enamored with you and what you've done, in that time that we were there. It was, this is our first production that we've taken on fully by ourselves. So it was a lot. It wasn't the work that was so much. It was more of the time that it took, the whole production aspect of it. So we didn't really get as far as we intended to this year. But with everything that we learned from this adventure, when we continue on next year, we'll be able to knock it out, a little bit more efficiently, and keeping that quality that we really want to offer you.
Yeah, and for me, it's been one of those. It's just been a goal to go back to that trail for a long time, and I really feel like once I took the path to do some TV work, it although I was able to share a lot of my life and a lot of my experiences, I should say, I had to put a lot of my other aspects of my life on hold. So for me to be able to come out, do this with my partner, and to be able to just pick up some of those things that I felt like were put on hold, and finishing up this trail is one of them. And I'm really stoked that we were able to document it, because that means our friends and family could see it. But it took so long to do. I mean, just because we were, we're learning the editing software, learning the cameras, all this stuff. It's all this new equipment we're trying to figure out, and even if we were masters out of it, I still think it would have taken a long time, regardless. But with that being said, now we have this body of work that we're hoping it'll grow. Our plan is that this isn't the last. We come back, we finish Washington, and we do more cool adventures. And this one was definitely, I feel like this is a slight deviation from some of the stuff I've been doing for the past 20 years, because it was a little bit more technical and less primitive skills, which has really been my focus the past 20 years. But I enjoyed it, because running has been such an important part of who I am, and I could see with future projects combining that, but even keeping it more primitive and more wild. I think that would be amazing.
But also, what would be really cool is that if, since Matt was saying that, doing more things that kind of go in line with what everyone knows him as for primitive skills, if people have suggestions for what they'd like to see in a docu-adventure from the two of us. And realizing that we are just two human beings, not invincible and not with limitless pockets in that. But the support that everyone has had for this, and for Matt, it's incredible. It's amazing to see, and it was amazing to witness, your transformation from the beginning of this project, to reaching that border. It's not easy. He makes it look easy because he's smiling, but I promise you, it's not easy. And just what you've accomplished in this time, especially for being, not having access to the land like you had in the last 4 years of traveling and stuff like that, not being able to get your feet on the ground and really making those miles prior.
Yeah, but it was worth it, every step.
Yeah.
And be able to do it together was pretty awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And his knee is, it's definitely, it's on the way to recovery. And that's one of the reasons why we stopped at the Washington-Oregon border as well, is that it's it's not worth the longevity of his body, which is, and that means that we get to go on more adventures, and that you get to see, what Matt is capable of, as we go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the knee it was unfortunate, but right from the beginning, I came from training here, and honestly, like, I didn't take it seriously enough because I've been in such good shape prior to doing a lot of TV. I really just assumed I was still in good shape, but I didn't realize till I got out there I really wasn't. And I came from training in this environment, which is actually a lot of cross country, a lot of sand, softer surfaces, and went straight to that hard packed trail and just felt really, my body was fatigued, and actually took a little bit of a slip on a turn where I slid on a pebble and stopped abruptly, and I think it kind of tore something in the tendon below my patella. But unfortunately, an injury like that, from what I read, can take up to 3 months, but we didn't have that, so I took 8 days off and still got back on the trail and just kind of kept the pain at bay, but it never really felt right at all the whole trip. But I do believe I can get it plenty back to shape. I mean, I was able to still do some fairly long days, just not as long as I would have liked.
Yeah. And share and subscribe and share, and then also stay tuned on Matt's channel, the Matt Graham YouTube channel, because he'll be posting more tutorials up on his throughout, as the seasons change. And then when we get back on the trail,
Yeah.
we'll post on there.
Yeah, and check out Sarah's channel too. Sarah Banker, she's got some beautiful songs, and she's gonna get more up.
Yeah.
And
So kind.
download her album for sure, because it's pretty awesome. And that's about it. It actually, it feels good to be back. We just got back, and just to try to slow down a little bit more and connect with the land on its terms was going to be nice for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, till the next time, we will see you in another video. We'll be watching you. I can see you.